New apartment supply is ramping up in Columbus, Ohio, and so rent growth levels are trailing down, for now at least. Welcome to Apartment Market Dynamics from NPF Research. I'm Jay Parsons with your Columbus update. In the past few years, Columbus has ranked among the few genuinely strong apartment markets in the Midwest region. In fact, when you look at revenue change over the past 5 years, Columbus ranks among the very best performers nationally in terms of apartment revenue change, and that's due to a relatively stable economic base given the presence of Ohio State University and the state government, plus some attractive demographics, especially attractive relative to the rest of the Midwest region. So those are two strengths you just don't see in many parts of the Midwest. So those characteristics led to some stellar apartment market performance in the past few years, and of course to a lot of apartment construction. The first wave of that new product is starting to complete. 3,027 units came online in the past 12 months. That is the biggest number in Columbus in a decade, and even more is on the way. Another 1,766 units are slated to complete just in Q4 of this year, and then another 1,800 units in the first 3 quarters of 2014. Now, the new development has been fairly spread out, but most is concentrated in the urban core and in some of the northern suburbs. The biggest chunk, as you can see, is in downtown University District, just over 1,000 units completing there in the next year, and another 1,597 units still underway. So the rise in supply is starting to pull down on occupancy rates. Demand for apartments in Columbus is still just fine, but not enough to keep pace with supply. So occupancy in the metro dropped off 80 basis points year over year. That marked only the second time in 15 quarters that occupancy was down on an annual basis, and it brought occupancy to 95.5%, still quite healthy. And as a result, occupancy levels have cooled off as operators position to compete with the new supply. On a quarterly basis, same-store rent change has registered in slightly negative territory in 3 of the past 4 quarters, and so year-over-year rent change as of Q3 measured just 1.8%. That was Columbus's weakest hike in more than 3 years. And as you can see, it's well below the norms of 4 to 5% that we saw in much of 2011 and 2012. And let's wrap it up with one key submarket to highlight, downtown University District, and why not? This one leads the metro in new development, and it's showing the side effects associated with that. Occupancy down 140 basis points year over year to a still strong rate of 97.6%. And year-over-year rent growth, which measured 8% just a few quarters ago, dropped off to just 1.9% as of Q3. So what happens in the next year? Well, we do think occupancy will continue to inch down just given the sheer volume of new supply that will be in lease-up. But we think the market should be nearing a peak in supply, and so the recovery should come pretty quickly after that. And so we think that rent growth will actually improve a little bit in the next year with growth of just under 3%. And that wraps us up for Columbus. So until next time, for Apartment Market Dynamics and NPF Research, I'm Jay Parsons. Thank you for watching.
Want more? Go deeper with NPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, NPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.